Sabi nga pala, chismoso ng crypto since 2017 bull run and have been documenting my journey since 2021 at may bagong mission na gawing 100k ang 10k ng may buong puso at kadwa. Isang malaking awesome and welcome dito sa ating live. Maraming salamat sa mga nagbabalik at sa mga taong nandito sa ating comment section. Big shoutout sa inyo guys, and of course big shoutouts kalila Eggsy, kalila Wakako TV, and of course sa unang comment natin kay Timothy Garmoy, sa 6 viewers natin na hindi nagla-like and share subscribe. Please do like and share subscribe. Kung mahilig kayo sa mga ganitong chismis, ako nga pala si Jose Bear na been here since 2017 and I've been trying to share you guys my wins and losses dito sa cryptocurrency since 2021. So guys, I'll be talking about a lot of things today, liquidations natin, heat map and everything. We'll be talking about these topics, and of course, kung mag-stick around kayo, may bibigay ako sa inyong mga narrative na tingin ko will be bulletproof in coming bull run or bear market. Okay, but initially I wanna answer, are we in a bull run? Okay, bibigay ko sa inyo yung answer in the end. Okay, pero ibibigay ko din sa inyo muna yung clue. Kung nasa bull run na ba talaga tayo, hindi. So, ang clue ko is malapit na, pero basta i-reveal ko sa inyo later. So, let's go ahead and proceed to our first topic. Okay, there has been a lot of change with my prediction lately. Okay, because there are like another potential catalyst that played in my mind. Pero ito medyo hilaw pa to. Gusto ko lang ibigay sa inyo ha. Wait lang guys. Okay. So, gusto ko lang ibigay sa inyo since may 10 viewers na tayo. Okay, kung mapaangat nyo to ng 30, may ibibigay ako sa inyong bonus catalyst. Okay, dapat 5 to, pero hindi ko ibibigay yung 2. 3 lang ibibigay ko. Yung 3 bagay na tingin ko will be super major event na tingin ko magbuboost sa atin papasok ng 90k. Tapos diyan magkakaroon ng gulo. Okay? Yan ang mga pag-uusapan natin today. TLDR sa mga tamad, okay, 3 bagay yon na hindi siya catalyst eh. More of like speculation and events in this market, okay? So, 12 viewers, wala pa rin nagla-like, share, subscribe. Ay, big shoutouts kay Dom sa mga nagbabalik dito, big shoutouts. At big shoutouts sa mga bagong tuli sa inyo guys. Maraming salamat, nagpatuli na kayo. Okay. Big shoutouts kay bagong tuli. Wait lang guys, ay naayos ko yung natin yung screen ko para makita ko yung comments nyo. Okay, 11 pa lang yung viewers natin. Start tayo pag 15 na, kaso parang ayaw nyo maging 15 kasi 2 lang yung share, ako pa yung nag-share. Ano to? Wait lang, sabi, maraming nagsasabing 4 to 6 months magiging bull run, kabaliktaran kaya yun. Tingnan natin. Pag-usapan natin yan ngayon. Ngayon yung best time para pag-usapan. Wala nagsishare, bahala kayo sa buhay nyo. Hindi na mag-start. And live na tayo. Mag-live na tayo. Tapasin na. Okay, let's go ahead. The big shoutouts kay Ryan Remedyo. Okay, let's go with this one. Okay, so ito yung bagong charts natin. You know that I don't change my things. Okay, but when I do, I will tell it to you. Okay, hindi kayo pagdadamot. Di ko lang ito ibibigay sa Meraki. Okay, big shoutouts kay Master Gray. Yan, sa mga nandito palagi. Salamat sa inyo guys. Okay, so let's analyze this in a very simple way. Okay, we have moving averages, Fibonacci, and trend lines. Of course, those are the very basic things. And also we have what do you have this? I mean, what do you have here? Diba volume? So we have volume here, no? Okay, we still see a continuous down. Okay, and this is what makes me feel or makes me think why we are not yet in a bear market bottom. Okay? So hindi ko sinasabi na pagpatay na yung volume, yun na yun, etc. No. I believe that we are still in a bear market. Okay? Nevertheless, this goes to 92K. This is still bear market. Okay, big shoutouts kay yan, nadagdagan actually yung share. Salamat sa inyo guys. Okay, so kumbaga structure wise, hindi yung parang haka-haka hocus-pocus lang, no? Hindi ako ganun hindi ako ganong technical analysis or hindi rin ako yung taong magbibigay sa inyo ng technical analysis tapos yun na yun, no? Hindi ako ganong tao na bibigyan kayo ng parang mema lang, masabi lang, no? So we have moving averages here and it's very clear that yes, we broke out. Okay, we have also this kind of assessment, which is the RSI analysis, which is usually invalidated already. Hindi man ako sa inyo, magsisinungaling, no? So, pero I was clear about it na pag biniyak natin yung 50, then it will go up further. Okay, so ang next nating resistance level is at 92 and we predicted that this moving average will go there. Since ganun naman yung moving average, no? Kumbaga reactive prediction yung datingan niya, pero it doesn't mean that it can predict the future prices for Bitcoin, no? So but you have the clue, you have everything there, and the reason why, since it is very obvious, the people tend to react to it, no, instead of like trying to fight it. Why? Is because psychology yan eh. Okay, so the moving average is the calculation of all those time frame na kinikilusan niya. Since it's a 3-day time frame tayo, then therefore, okay, it moves towards to that level. So meron tayong 150 candles of 3-day time frame or 3-day per candle. Okay, so now ang pinapasok kong thesis para sa inyo, okay, since we broke out is a 3 days, sa 1 week, medyo may resistance pa rin tayo sa 92. Pares pa rin naman nasa 94 yung resistance, pero mas strict yung 3 days. Okay, hindi pa rin to broken in terms of moving average and structure wise, no? Nevertheless, we have the Ichimoku saying that we might be, okay, having a relief pump. Okay, not a bull run pump. Okay, this is very unusual for Ichimoku to give us, and whenever we do that, it is going to be a major capitulation. We have that in 2014 and we have that in 2015, and we never saw that already in history actually after that. Okay, so this is just the second time that we will be doing that. Okay, I will not believe this if this move is in 2012 or 2011 or 13. Why? Is because this is like the liquidity accumulation. Kumbaga nag-accumulate pa lang talaga yung liquidity, umaangat pa lang. So when we first had a super bull run in 2013, okay, the piracy era na tinatawag, or the Pirate Bay era na tinatawag, and free information for everyone, no, we were kumbaga ito yung era na meron pa tayong chance sana na makawala sa NSA, sa lahat ng parang SQL inject during that time, since that was the era nung talagang ini-infiltrate ng United States yung bawat computer sa buong mundo. But yeah, right now, what I'm saying is we're talking about market fundamentals. Okay, and what really drives this market, okay, is it the technical analysis, is it the fundamentals, no, or are those just basis? Yan yung magandang tanong dyan basehan lang ba yun or bilang dahilan para sa nangyayari ngayon? Okay, so di ba sa technical analysis, ako may ano dito, merong huge resistance, may order block, blah 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 dito. Probably this is just like a interpretation of what could happen, no? And people nagkakaisa sila ng isip, then creating a huge block of sell on those levels. And same thing for the buys, di ba? Nagigets niyo ba? Okay, so same thing with the fundamentals. Okay, how I see fundamentals, it's the expert opinion, kumbaga, and the nerdy opinion ng isang market move. Okay, but with the sentiment, this is for like something na pangmasa. Kasi bakit? This is like the kumbaga nagkakaisa or the confluence na tinatawag. Or ito yung parang market behavior, yan yung mga magagandang pag-usapan, diba? So we have the altcoin season, we have the Bitcoin season, market rotation, etc. Those are the sentiments that we're talking about this. And speaking of that one, we have everything here, liquidation heat map, and we can always go with the 24-hour. So makikita natin kung ano ba talaga yung nananalo ngayon, hindi, etc. Basically, most of the markets are in long right now, so that's why ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo last time, there will be short squeeze in the market, is because ultimately we can see everything here already, if we're talking about fundamentals. Okay, so cryptocurrency liquidation history, we can look at this, no? So ilan yung mga naliliquidate, mas malaki pa rin yung sa red kung titignan nyo kesa sa green. Okay, yung mga naliliquidate na pera. So this is just like in May 2 hanggang May 10. So ngayon medyo kumakalma, and you don't like that because pag kumakalma tayo, the market always looks for someone to be capitulated or maubos sa market na to. Okay, so dito po pasok yung mga topics natin na what could be your one-day time frame potential, etc. So since one day to, no, parang squeeze to, no. So this could happen within June or July. This could happen. So it really depends, and those are the topics yung mga pag-uusapan natin. Okay, but let's go with our technical analysis on our lower time frame. So currently we've been doing a lot of like uncertainties, and the reason why for this one is because of the news that are coming in, and Hormuz is still unsettled, no, although the searches are actually going down already. Okay, mabagsak na siya. Okay, ang mga news na lang doon is all about like, did we deploy, did we try to attack, did we bomb something, parang ganun na lang. Okay, but there are no like escalations or anything. The potential of like World War 3 is like more like not to happen, likely not to happen, or very impossible to happen with the current situation in Hormuz. Okay, so since we're talking about the this new model that I have here, okay, papaspasan ko na lang sa ibang live na natin pag-usapan tong new model ko, pero this could happen within 2027. I mean within 2026, and 2027 is still going to be our bull. So I know that I said like Q4 of 2026 could be the start of bull market nung nandito tayo sa level ng March 2025, no, na pwedeng dumaustos lang tayo pababa or umangat tayo saglit, then creating two top tops, tsaka tayo 1 year of 2026 of bear market relief on bear market of 2026 hanggang Q4 of 2026, parang ganyan sinabi ko. Pero I really think that we're still not yet there, especially if we get abruptly parang harangin sa level na to ng 93k. Okay, and if you look at the heat map now, parang 93k talaga yung gusto niyang harangin na level, and it will get dirty in that level. Also technical analysis, kasi pag tinitingnan natin the levels on this one, ito lang, malalaman nyo na itong move na to, the consolidation here is a determining factor. When we were here, yun din yung sinabi sa inyo, determining factor to kung it will be bull run or bear market already. Okay, na pag bumagsak tayo dito, is it just a retracement, or we just gonna go like high then crash down? Okay, so nung nag-crash down tayo, ultimately sinabi ko sa inyo bear market na. Okay, but hindi ibig sabihin nun doon nagsimula ang bear market. Nagsimula pa rin ang bear market dito. So if we will just calculate everything here, okay, or probably pwede din natin sabihin na ng bear market is nagsimula dito, since the whole bull actually stopped after January. nung maupo si Donald Trump. Okay? Then nagpakita tayo ng sobrang parang lungkot dito pa lang. Okay, because of the tariff wars and everything. So how many days are we in the bear market? Okay, that's 1 year mahigit na. So if we extend it, that's gonna be 2 years if we will be going to October. So ang October, November, December, I really believe that this is just a market relief. Okay, finding the next bottom. Pero here's the clue. Okay, since we're talking about volumes already and we're talking about market changes using technical analysis on volume and volume profile or aggregated volume profiles. Okay, if we talk about time, okay, we're talking about time, and this is price pag volume profile now. So we're talking about time volume time, okay, or VAT. Okay, ang VAT natin umaangat to, okay, pag talagang nasa bear market na tayo. Okay, we always see that. Okay, so ito, bear market na to, market bottom. Dito ko din sinabi sa inyo na nasa bottom na tayo. Okay, confirming the 18,000. Nung nasa 18,000 tayo, alam ko sila EGC nakabili ng 15,000-16,000. Okay, ako 18,000 ako nagsabi sa inyo because just looking at the key major indicators or checklist na hinahanap ko para masabi kong bottom is in. Okay, so we have this bottom is in. Sobrang taas ng volume na to para sa araw na to and also para sa buwan na to. Okay, para masabi natin na hindi pa to aangat after this. So, ibig sabihin nagising yung market because of this. Ito, potentially, that could be the same thing about here. Okay, na nagising yung market nung nangyari to. So, kita nyo naman yung market difference, no? Yung volume difference niya dito. So, parang nakangarat siya. So, weird lang para ibigay ko sa inyo ng ganon. Pero, yeah, parang out of place volume siya. Kumbaga may pumasok na bagong pera just to really short the market then to buy the Bitcoin bottom. Parang ganon. So, if this is truly bottom, we will see a lot of like volume going up like this. Like that. Then, the volume is like that. Pwede yan mangyari, guys, okay? Kung gusto talaga ng market na mag-bottom na. So, this is the reason why I don't think that we are in the bottom. Okay? So, let's go ahead and proceed to our first news. Okay? So, although we're done with the short squeeze na I really am been predicting last week, no? So, it's been a week and a day since I've been telling you guys na short squeeze, etc. Okay? I wanna tell you that the 50-week SMA natin or the EMA not EMA, actually MA is something that we need to watch out, no? So nandun kasi yung rejection natin sa 1 week time frame, no? 93. Okay, if that happens, it's going to be exciting market already. Not exciting to the point where dapat magbibili kayo. Ang gusto ko is, like I said, this is my 4th time to tell you, when we enter and get close to that, be aggressive on taking profits, especially for your altcoins na wala na talagang kilos kahit umabot na tayo sa 93. Okay? Tsaka tayo magbenta. Nevertheless, on the last days ng event na lumapit tayo dito, umangat siya, huwag yung babalikan. Kahit anong mangyari. Kasi it's going to be a trap and it will be something that you don't want to be doubling down on, na iniisip mo na baka ito na yun, magbo-bottom na, try ko ng isa pang beses. This is the relief already. We are now nearing the bottoms, but I need a last confirmation. We have the moving average confirming that this might be the first bottom already, which I've been predicting. Nakabili tayo sa 61,900. Binigay ko to sa inyo, guys. Okay? Although hindi ako fully convicted na second bottom to. Okay, ito ang first bottom natin. It's not the best time for us to buy altcoins, but it is the best time for you to buy Bitcoin and large cap assets. Sabihin natin, kahit yung mga XMR, Ethereum, could be a probable good buying zone, but ultimately, pag bumagsak yung Bitcoin ng isa pa, it's going to be like really bloody. to the point na pwede pa siya mag-occur ng another 20% to 30% of negative influx, no? So let's go and proceed to our first news. So this is about the Xi Jinping. Okay, si Trump bibisita siya kasi sa China, no? So, yung meeting is presented as the biggest macro catalyst na inaabangan ng lahat. Okay, kasi ito yung mga haka-haka na si Trump bibisita kasi mahina na talaga yung US, etc. It doesn't mean like that. Okay, kasi ang purpose talaga ng China is to cater or to serve meetings or economic meetings or mga ganitong pagpupulong ng iba't ibang bansa. So hindi lang news na si France pupunta din doon, na si ganito pumupunta din doon, etc. Siya lang talaga yung host, kumbaga. Kung si Donald Trump at ang US siya ang parang ang hegemon ng buong mundo, na siya yung parang mediator ng gera ng lahat. Si Xi Jinping or ang China ang host ng mga ganito na pinagkakatiwalaan na pag bumisita ka sa bansa nila, hindi ka kikidnapin, walang gagalaw sa'yo. Okay, kasi kalmado, ibig sabihin kontrolado nila yung tao kasi nasa communistic democratic country ka eh. Ibig sabihin, oo, malaya ka pa din pero you are surveillance, kumbaga. Na nakasubject ka pa din sa ng rules ng government, to the point na hindi ka pa pwedeng gagawa ng against or anything magto-talk about against kahit pabiro. Okay, you will face any like medium to, depending kung gaano kabigat yung kaso na sinabi mo. Pero case to case na sinasabi ko is they are going to talk about Iran war on this one. Okay, nuclear policy. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Another prediction natin na nangyari na. Okay? We are moving to the nuclear power already. Okay? Kasi many people are discovering free energy from air. Okay? Magpapalipad ka lang pala ng copper wires na sobrang nipis. Basta lumulutang sa air eh. At hinihipan ng himpapawid. Kaya mo pala mag-harness ng free energy. Ewan ko, alam nyo to ha. Okay, baka sabihin nyo, katangahan yan, seryoso, hindi yan totoo. Try mo. Okay, doon din nag-derive yung topic ni doon din nag-derive yung invention ng light bulb. 'Di ba? Ni Tae. 'Di ba? Si Tae. Thomas Alva Edison. Si Tae. Thomas Alva Edison. Okay, doon nang galing. Okay, palipad siya ng copper key from a kite. Tapos nasa loob ng parang harnessing free energy from the thunder. Pero ang totoo nun, it's not from the thunder. Harnessing energy from the air, from ether. Okay, alam niyo yan. Okay, so sa kanya lang siguro maririnig to. Pero if malaya ang isip nyo, alam nyo may possibility yon. That energy is free. Okay? So, renewable energy, So, mga first era ng Freemason yan sila Thomas Alva Edison. Pinatay nila yung buong electricity grid to check if how much people are dependent already for electricity to parang maging immonetize yung energy. Okay, and this is the reason why they have to stop the inventions of Nikola Tesla, as Nikola Tesla is the first descendants ng Tartaria. Parang ganun yung nagiging theory dito. So now since meron siya knowledge ng Tartaria na capacitor, kumbaga kaya niya mag-harness ng energy from nothing. Okay, this is the reason why they have to stop the funding of free energy and have the energy for free for everyone. Where it is parang Wi-Fi siya, pero this is the healthy Wi-Fi na tinatawag na kahit tumagos-tagos sa katawan mo, walang masamang nangyayari sa iyo, or tinatawag na hindi siya nag-i-emit ng hindi magandang bagay or frequency sa katawan mo. Kumbaga. So I don't know if you have read unclassified documents. So this is the reason why I really think we are moving towards to nuclear power, because they are obviously trying to collaborate to make the oil power or the electricity be so expensive to the point where everyone will accept nuclear power. Okay? Everyone is turning into EV cars so that we can control these people. And EV cars are like microwaves for human. Okay, gets nyo? So if may EV car kayo, 'di ba, nag-EV car kayo, Tesla kayo, etc. Try nyo. I-check yung microwaves. Okay, para kang nasa totoong microwave, paunti-unti, hindi mo na-realize na luluto ka sa loob. Okay, and it takes like 7 days of metal detox para lang mawala lahat ng itong nangyayari. So that is the reason why as well, like most of your food has like microplastics and also micrometals in order for these machines or etong mga ganitong mga invention to work. Okay, na yung kahit yung mga 5G nyo na mga cellphone, ako hindi ko tinaturnan yung 5G ko, 4G lang talaga ako, pero still it's dangerous. Okay, but not like as 5G. Okay, marami ng case studies yan. Dito sa US, merong mga non-profit government to shut down 5Gs, pero not like the support that we get from LGBT, pati mga non-profit governments for leftists and rights, no? Ang mas pinoprotektahan natin is propaganda, no? So, now, why we are talking about this is because ito yung main topic kung bakit sila mag-uusap ni Xi Jinping. Okay, and yung China or US. Okay, maliban doon is the microchips, and they will be talking about the trade in AI and rare earth minerals, or how they will be able to find a common ground sa pagiging magkaibigan bilang the super countries na tinatawag. So US being the biggest economy, then biggest manufacturing in the whole world is China, parang ganon. So isa pa pag-uusapan nila dito yung Taiwan issue. So yan, isa yun sa mga kung anong mangyayari, kung may magiging bentahan ba ng mga bansa dito, hindi ko alam. Okay, but which makes the meeting relevant not just to diplomatic reasons or diplomacy, but also sa inflation, chips, of course energy, and of course the power of dollar and yuan. Okay, so ang key point natin dito is not to predict the exact outcome, because ang mangyayari lang sa'yo dito is masisiro ka if you keep predicting. So mas maganda niyan, magkasino ka na lang kung ipipredict mo to at i-expect mo sa akin na mapipredict ko to. Hindi. Okay, ang kaya kong ibigay sa inyo, okay, is yung tingin ko lang. Okay, and hindi ko sinasabi na lahat ng tingin ko ay laging nangyayari, but often, okay, when I do, it happens. So same thing with the energy prediction. I told you guys, okay, this is about to come and it's now happening. Okay, let's proceed to our next take. Okay, kasi may isa pa ditong news. Okay, which is Take-Two Clarity Acts head to markup in Senate banking. So this is the Clarity Act markup. Okay, we need to talk about this because the Clarity Act matters. This really matters is because it is the biggest market structure bill for cryptocurrency after the Genius Act, as two are connected to each other. And in the Clarity Act, there is a amendment there that one of the biggest bill that stops most of the banks to create another major capitulation, such as the 2008 housing market crash, okay, to happen, is not applied in Genius Act. Okay, and not applied, mainly enabling it in Clarity Act. It means yung mga bangko, they can raise interest, they can raise returns, etc. to the most impossible ways, to the point where they can print their own stable coins, rehypos, okay, depending on how they will lure many people get into cryptocurrency, then exit on those people. Okay? So, it's a matter of time, no? It's a matter of time. Pero according to Reuters, no? So sabi niya, Reuters reported that the Senate Committee ay nakaset na to consider yung long-awaited crypto bill next week. So, ang problema kasi dito, minamadali nila. So, next month, sabi nila, hindi daw nila kayang gawin to next month. Wala silang oras para magbasa para sa mga ganitong shit for next month. So, gusto nilang gawin to this month before even the Fed chair comes in. Okay, so why are they doing this is because may tinatawag tayong halalan. May halalan dito sa next month na tinatawag, and they are preparing for the halalan. Okay, it's not yet next month, but this is an early halalan. Kayo nga, naghahanda na kayo ng Presidency 2028, wala pa nga 2026 pa lang guys, 2 taon pa. Okay, nagmamadali na kayo. Ang dami niyong gustong i-oust, ang dami niyong gustong ipalit agad. Etc. Wala pa nga. So ito, 3 months mahigit pa or kailan ba? Hindi ko sure. Basta few months pa. Pero they are wanting to focus on that is because parang Senate voting na to. Hindi ko sure. Pero yeah, hindi ako aware sa mga dates dito. Pero yeah, according sa reports, okay, ang logic natin dito, for me, my opinion is that this is a positive for crypto sentiment. Okay, this is how I always deem it. Okay, kumbaga, this is like a long-awaited thing. So may could actually really not be go away. Okay, and since many people are saying like may go away, and now it's not gonna go away because you're talking about it too much. And that's because even if the markup goes well, sabi natin, okay, it still has to survive the Senate vote. Yan yung problema dyan. Okay? And the White House process, they can always veto power. Yung president natin, they can veto power this. And the legal implementation window. So remember, Genius Act was vetoed power. Okay, and other laws according to 2025 reports, 'di ba? Pagkaupo niya, may mga binito power na siya. So in other words, okay, this is always a major reason for us to watch out why the market is going to 93 or 94k or even 98 just to really scare the bear market. But do not be scared because I'm very sure, okay, if we're looking at the market structure, this solidifies that the market is just going to capitulate more people. Okay, prolonging another until the end of this year of bear market. Okay? So, this is what I want you to guys read. Basahin nyo na lang tong sa mamaya pag tapos ng live natin. Yung Clarity Act in Flesh unveils the US Senate Banking Committee. Magandang tong read na to ng Coindesk. Okay, medyo gumagaling yung writers nila dito. Hindi na mga generated AI. Parang tingin ko sinolid na sila lang yung nagsulat nito. And ang laki ng volatility na STRC, which is yung stable coin ng MicroStrategies. So, di ba nung recently may murmurs na magbebenta sila Bitcoin. Now, hindi na. I really don't know what's going on with MicroStrategies, but I could care less. Okay, they're not the main attraction right now of cryptocurrency. They always make noise and to the point where it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, so pakitadad nga yung chat natin ng awesome kung nandyan pa kayo sa ating comment section, please. Thank you so much. Okay. So, I've been reading for the whole day about what's going on. But yeah, this is also one thing that we need to really talk about, which is the Fed transition. Okay, dito ko masasabi sa inyo na hindi to voting, hindi to this is like within power. Okay, mga leaders nagvo-vote kung sinong dapat iupo. Okay, hindi lang to si Donald Trump. Okay. Big shoutout kay Pauspal, kay Ryan, kay Stephen Linas, big shoutout sa admin natin. Okay. So, I'll take time on talking about the Fed transition because this is going to be critical. Okay, why? It's because this is going to be the captain of the large liquidity of $4 trillion. No, so the question is there. Since nag-earn to ng much in a year na nakaupo lang yung pera doon, billions of money. Okay? and they have more reason to print more money is because why? It's because they can back it up, because they have interest. They know how to play around with the money, and they just keep on rotating this money into the whole central banks in the world, no? So the Fed leadership transition matters because ito si Jerome Powell, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, hindi lang to si Donald Trump. Bakit? It's because Jerome Powell is going to sit as the board member ng ng Fed, and that is one of the key points ko doon kung bakit I really think that the Kevin Warsh was not handpicked by Donald Trump. We can always believe that, or maybe the PSYOP wants us to believe na si Donald Trump talaga ang nag-choose ng mga bagay-bagay sa mundong to, but it's not. Okay, so the Fed leadership, tulad na sinabi ko kanina, yung transition natin, it's going to be really important kasi nga mawawala na si Jerome Powell. Okay, yung chair role natin, the chair role and yung Kevin Warsh thing is stepping in, okay, as one of those like key candidates, and I think that they had the vote already. But the speaker is skeptical that this alone can trigger the article or this pag pinlay nyo. Ayan, so 2 minutes lang yan actually. Okay. Pag papakinggan nyo siya or basahin nyo na lang kung hindi mo kayo tamad. Okay. It's a little bit skeptical for me. Okay, that this alone can trigger a immediate dovish pivot. Okay, kahit sabihin natin maupo siya bukas, I really don't think that there will be pivot on that one. Okay? Kahit sabihin natin si Jerome Powell ngayon, sabihin niya, okay, de-deploy na namin. I don't think that deployment, okay, it needs timing, okay? Perfect timing. Pag wala kang timing, wala. Hindi to gagana, guys. Okay? Yan. So, there's a complete silence dun sa mga sa mga malalakas na mga Senate natin na nagpo-protect ng cryptocurrency natin. So according to Reuters, they covered the news about the leadership transition as a difficult one and the broader market context, okay, and still includes elevated inflation and oil price pressure. So this is the reason why I really don't think that they will be focusing on cryptocurrency, etc. So I'm really, really skeptical that kung maupo man to, I don't think that it is going to be about cryptocurrency anymore yet, okay? Until they have already positioned themselves really good into the market, and it really takes time. So since everything is just like transitioning, nagbabago pa lang, no? We cannot expect a immediate changes already right away. Okay, magkakalahating termino pa lang si Donald Trump. Okay, definitely on this last 2 years of him being on the table, I guarantee you guys that the first year of that last half, okay, the first half, okay, after the first half, I guarantee you guys everything will be party for everyone. But do not ito wisdom ko sa inyo ha guys, pag nanggaling kayo dito sa hirap ng 2 years na to ng pag-upo ni Donald Trump, guys, kayo lang ang mag-celebrate sa 3rd year. I guarantee you that. Why? Is because kahit sabihin natin, sige, meron kayong bili pero hindi mo kayo naghirap ng 2 years. Okay, bumili ka lang pero ayaw mo makinig ng news, wala ka dito, hindi mo naramdaman yung hirap, yung sakit, yung losses, etc. and everything. Guys, I guarantee you, okay? I guarantee you my 100% guarantee of 100% kahit itaya ko yung kanang betlog ko. Nasabi ko sa inyo. Okay? I'm telling you, you will not be able to take profit. That's how good that bull market is. Okay? When I say that's how good it is because it will deceive you to the point where it will last for 2 years. Okay, but for the whole 2027, everything's party. And for the whole 2028, you will made believe that hindi, magre-retrace pa yan. Kaya pa yan. Okay? Kasi sobrang ganda ng 2027 to the point na parang never siya magbe-breakdown. Parang sa S&P, ganun. Ganun yung dating niya eh. Okay? So, dito ko naisip na, okay, if that's gonna happen, okay, may wash tayo, okay. That matters. That topic pa matters so much. Sorry, nadidigay ako. Because Fed cannot realistically cut aggressively or restart the QE. Okay? Because the chair just because nagpalit ng chair president o ready na ako sa bull market, hakot na yung bear. So, if inflation is still running hot and yung oil natin stock is still working through the data, may volume pa, nandiyan pa, okay? Then the new chairs room to maneuver is very limited. Ang trabaho niya is kalmahin yan, yung mga yan. I-drain yung volume ng mga yan. Okay, at saka sila papasto sa cryptocurrency. I believe we're still going to be in the end game of cryptocurrency in 2027. I don't think that there will be any other market. Why? This is still part of the Illuminati prediction na sinasabi ko sa inyo, na for them to be able to, for Satan to be able to copy Yahuwah. I'm telling you this guys, believe me. Okay, listen to this. Okay, this is biblical. Para maging omnipresent ang demonyo sa realm ng mga tao, this demon needs to have omnipresence. And how is he going to do that? How the devil will be able to do that? AI. Okay? But for AI to be so effective, it needs to know your finances. Okay? So for it to know, to track your finances, okay, AI is there already, pero hindi pa niya alam kung paano kumikilos yung pera mo. If it's in the banks, it's just banks who knows it. Okay, and banks cannot be like totality controlled by the devil, no? But if it's in the system and only the devil can read it, di ba? Since hindi niya nararamdaman kung ano yung nararamdaman natin, hindi niya nakikita yung nararamdaman natin, na nagagalit tayo, naiinis tayo pag hindi tayo nagsalita, nasa puso lang natin, di ba? Hindi niya alam yun eh. Okay, Diyos ang nakakakita nun. Okay? Kaya gusto niya nagtitake action ka. Gusto niya pumuputok ka. Gusto niya nagiging emotional ka. Diba? Kasi nag-feed in siya doon sa emotions na yan. Ngayon, hindi niya na kailangan yan kung nasa AI ka. Why? Kung embedded ka sa AI at hindi mo makontrol yung AI, so reliant ka doon sa AI. That's the point where the devil will become so omnipotent and also omnipresent in everything. Okay, wala kasi siyang omnipresence eh. Meron siya semi-omnipresence sa mga phones niyo, nakikita niya, etc. Pero hindi niya alam yung emotion mo patungkol sa pera. Hindi niya malaman kung ano yung buying behavior mo. Nanggigigil siya doon, gusto niya malaman. Gusto niyang ano yung maglilid sa'yo para bumili ng babae? Ano yung maglilid sa'yo para bumili ng mga sex toys? Alam mo yung mga ganong o kaya anong maglilid sa'yo para i-bribe tong taong to para makaupo ka sa position na to? Nagigets mo? Nagigets niyo yung topics na ganon? Ako medyo dark to guys, pero gusto ko lang i-open up yan sa inyo. Okay? Kung hindi kayo naniniwala doon, I think you have to look outside of your own, of who you are. So parang ganito, bibisita ka sa Japan. Do you bring you being you, yung pagiging Pilipino mo doon? Hindi, di ba? Ay, pupunta ka sa China, tingin mo yung pagiging Pilipino mo doon, tapos yung pagiging sokang-soka mo sa mga Chino, pagiging racist mo, madadala mo doon. Hindi ka matatagal ka doon. Hindi, di ba? So, yun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Okay? Same thing here. Okay? This is just like a different realm. We're talking about dimensions here. Okay? Your mind travels while your physical stays or stay put. Diba, nakaupo ka lang, nagme-meditate ka, pero your mind travels. So, if you think about it, mind exercise with me. Paano malalaman ng demonyo yung finances mo? Kung nasa bangko, kung nasa alkansya, hindi ka nalulure in sa mga APY, APR. That's cryptocurrency. And that's the reason why they have to really dry all those markets first in order to really push the agenda of CBDC, or like hindi man CBDC, no, of tracking of money. I'm very sure they have everything in place. It's the matter of when. Okay, that's the next topic there. Okay, we'll be talking about that. But this supposedly be a document, pero hindi ko na siya gagawin document. Like I said, okay, wrap it up lang, no? Tataas ulit ang mga nagsishort, naglulong sa 93k, 92 pa lang, baka makita na tayo dyan ng mga capitulating liquidation. Makita tayo 200 liquidated, mga bagong personalities na naman na nakapaglong ng ganito from 78, biglang boom, lumipad, etc. Okay, one week candle of bearishness, tsaka tayo lilipad, or probably mapaaga. Kasi nga, at 3 days na lang, 2 days na lang, no? 2 days na lang. Okay, yung major news natin na inaabangan natin, si Donald Trump visiting China. This is very important, guys. Okay. Pangalawa is yung kay Kevin Warsh, tas pangatlo is yung sa Clarity Act natin. This is all happening in May. Believe that. Okay, and June could be relief. Remember back in 2024 nung bumisita ako sa Japan, 'di ba? Nagbagsakan yung market, then biglang biglang ang relief natin is like weirdly after ng May, biglang umangat ng June. Naalala niyo? Ako ko naalala niyo. 2024 January, pumunta ako ng May, March, 'di ba dito nag-pump? Ayan, May. Nakita niyo to, yung May natin bagsak, tapos biglang umangat-angat hanggang June. Tapos pag uwi ko, biglang bumagsak. Okay? Tapos umangat ulit, tapos bumagsak. Okay, sabi ko bili na. Ang kaso, alts yung binili natin, hindi Bitcoin. Kasi inisip ko double bottom na ito na yun. Kasi umangat to. So, nag-bounce siya sa moving average. Yung pala hindi. Dapat pala, slow pag-dumping pala yun. Hanggang sa September, dapat dun tayo nag-massive buy hanggang sa small cap, mid cap alts na binili natin dito sa levels na to. But yeah, I'm gonna, sa Meraki, ipapakawala ako ng maraming gems at the same time as well, the perfect timing in order to really enter the bull market. I revealed to you, hindi pa bull market, guys. Okay, and also hindi pa to yung best time for us to buy altcoins. Okay, the more you buy altcoins right now, you'll suffer a lot. Okay, believe me, guys. Okay, I've seen this many times. I could be ultimately wrong. Okay, but this has been the part of the ways of cryptocurrency. Okay, although we are in a business cycle, this does not cancel the structure that is forming right now, as this is very similar to S&P 500, no? Okay, remember DXY is still up. Okay, yung USD 10 natin is still up. Okay, so DXY, yan, dollar natin, DXY. Okay, dollar index, currency index natin. Okay, we need this to go down, really go down here. Okay, kasi ang tingin ko, kung ito 618 to, ito etc. Tingnan mo to. Okay, sabihin natin pagpalagay na 618 yan. So ibig sabihin tama to na ito ang key rejection para masabi natin na ito yung top. Okay, so ito yung top. Ngayon we are just being able to test this. Okay, sabihin natin bumagsak ulit tapos biglang boom, umangat ulit yung dollar. This is the last time that I will be accumulating dollars sa forex. Sabihin natin, okay, yung mga naggusto magpapalit na, okay, by January 2027, this is the start of like dumping of dollars. Okay, why? Because yan din yung magiging plead ni Donald Trump dito sa magiging meeting nila na wag muna magbenta kapalit ng minerals or lahat ng pwedeng i-trade ni US. So yeah, ito babagsak to sa 618 and dollar on the 85 is super bearish. Okay, to the point na pwede pa tayo mag-sideways ng ganyan hanggang sa bumagsak to ng todo. Hanggang sa mag-break yung system. Okay, which is what? 78 all-time low after what? Since 2012-2013. That's very possible. Okay. Just to like let you know that US is not the superpower anymore. Diba? Although I'm in the US, but we're preparing for major shifts. So yung family ko, ako, yung asawa ko, we've been talking about this, where we will be living, saan kami titira, ano yung magiging grid namin, saan kaming ano yung gagawin naming to get off the grid, away from the 5G signals, away from the microwave, something like that, higher frequency, etc. So, but yeah, yun lang muna sa ngayon, guys. Kung nagustuhan nyo tong live na to, please do like and share, subscribe. Share me your thoughts in the comment section, and also tell me what are the topics that you want me to talk about tomorrow, and yung gusto nyo pag-usapan ko pa sa this coming weeks, and also what predictions you want me to talk about, altcoins, buhay pa ba yung altcoin na to, etc. Let's have a day that we'll talk about altcoins. Okay, just tell me the day and then I'll be there. Okay, so yun lang, guys. Stay awesome, and chismis lang ang lahat ng yun. Kailangan nyo pa rin aralin, planuhin at kilusan. Nang sa gayon, ang lahat ng to ay